This is QTV Nightly News. I'm Mamudu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. First, here are the main news headlines. In a move to boost food security and enhance the agricultural sector, President Adama Barrow visited the National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation's 350 metric tons capacity selling plant at Denton Bridge on Tuesday to familiarize himself with the progress of the ongoing construction of a mega groundnut processing facility. On the occasion of the Gambia's 60th independent anniversary, Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallow, a key figure in the country's legal and judicial landscape, reflected on the remarkable journey of the nation since its independence from Great Britain in 1965. Dr. Ahmadul Amin Samate, the Gambia's Minister of Health, has released a statement in observance of World Cancer Day, which is commemorated annually on February 4th. We bring you a roundup of 3 high-profile court cases that have captured the spotlight this week. And in sports news, 2 young players from Logic Sports Academy, accompanied by their parents, will be traveling to Jordan to join the new English School and Football Academy after signing their contracts. Those were the news headlines, now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. In a move to boost food security and enhance the agricultural sector, President Adama Barrow visited the National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation's 350 metric tons capacity selling plant at Denton Bridge on Tuesday to familiarize himself with the progress of ongoing construction of a mega groundnut processing facility. The facility is expected to boost the country's groundnut processing, marketing and export once operational. Osman Jatta reports.
Despite agriculture being the Gambia's main export cash crop for several decades, the value addition aspect of it had been allowed to decline. The National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation, formerly the Gambia Groundnut Corporation (GGC), has been a key player in the country's agricultural economy and specialized in the wholesale buying, processing and exporting of groundnut. After a decline in production and processing of the food processing facility, the government, with support from international partners, launched a new project to construct this state-of-the-art processing facility to revitalize this important food processing plant. President Barrow is accompanied by key government officials and stakeholders to tour the state-of-the-art facility, which is set to process groundnuts in both raw and value-added products for local markets and international exports. Speaking at the plant, President Barrow reflected on the significance of groundnuts as the country's major cash crop with the potential to strengthen the country's food security and foreign exchange.
When we purchase this groundnut, we import them raw. We don't add the value. If you don't add the value, you don't set the pace. You don't compete. You are a liability. And now we are in the 21st century. That's why, with my government and in our national development plan, we said, no, we have to change the narrative. In changing the narrative, we have to process whatever we produce in this country, especially our cash crop. That's why building a plan to process the groundnut. Process it, was to have crude oil and also have groundnut cake so that we can get maximum out of what we are producing.
Groundnuts, often referred to as the Gambia's golden crop, are a major agricultural export, with the plant at Denton Bridge facilitating the journey from local farms to international markets. Mohamed Njai, the Managing Director of the National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation, outlines the capacity of the mega processing facility and its projected impact on the economy.
We already have a state-of-the-art processing facilities, a 350 metric tons capacity selling plant, 350 tons throughput crossing plant, and a 4 megawatt cogeneration plant. The fact that we are not doing value addition in groundnut is something perplexing, but now with this facility and then the way forward, what we intend to do is to add value to the most important crop that we have in this country.
Once operational, the groundnut processing plant will create more employment opportunities while safeguarding the country's food security. President Barrow further highlighted the importance of this groundnut processing facility in leveraging the dalasi in the international market through exports.
How much are we spending to import oil from outside? We're spending a lot of forex. There is a lot of pressure on our forex. In this currency market, it's a demand and supply. The moment the demand is high, inflation goes up. To address that, this plan, if it is ready, it will address that.
The latest groundnut plant boasts cutting-edge machinery designed to increase processing efficiency and improve the quality of products for export. The president officially laid the foundation of the National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation office complex. President Barrow took advantage of his visit to check on the 20,000 metric tons basalt depot of Abubakar Jawara, founder and chief executive officer of Gach Global, the country's new importer of basalt. By strengthening the links between local farmers and the processing plant, the government is helping to guarantee a steady supply of quality groundnuts for export and consumption. Barely 3 weeks to the country's 60th independence anniversary, the National Food Processing and Marketing Corporation is set to revolutionize the country's groundnut sector by streamlining the entire value chain from local production to processing and international exports. Osman Jata reporting for QTV News.
On the occasion of the Gambia's 60th independence anniversary, Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallow, a key figure in the country's legal and judicial landscape, reflected on the remarkable journey of the nation since its independence from Great Britain on February 18, 1965. In an exclusive interview with Julden Jai, Chief Justice Jallow's perspective offers an insight into both the history and progress of the Gambia.
Born in 1951 and having been 13 years old at independence, Hassan B. Jallow has witnessed the transformation of the Gambia from a British colony into a sovereign nation. With a legal career spanning several decades, Jallow's life is intertwined with the evolution of the country's judicial system. He completed his legal education in the UK and later served in various significant legal roles, culminating in his appointment as the Chief Justice of the Gambia in 2017. His tenure marks a period of immense development in both the legal profession and the nation's governance. In the early days following the Gambia's independence, the country celebrated with both solemnity and joy. The first independence celebration in 1965 was a milestone marked by formal speeches, traditional ceremonies, and a deep sense of national pride. The Gambia's first Prime Minister and later its first President, Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, led the celebrations, which were characterized by ceremonial parades and reflections on the hard-won freedom from British colonial rule. Here is Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallow on what he remembers most vividly from the Gambia's early independence celebrations.
I have a very vivid recollection, of course, of Independence Day. I was a young boy then in high school, and I was present at the McCarthy Square on the evening of 17th February to witness the transition. And I was there and I saw the Duke of Kent at the time handing over the instruments of independence to the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister, Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, followed by march past and celebrations, etc.
As the decades progressed, the way Gambians celebrated their independence evolved, but the core themes of unity and a shared vision for progress remain unchanged. The Chief Justice of the Gambia shares his memories of how independence was celebrated in the early days.
There's a kind of history of celebrations. Before independence, when we were part of the British Empire, what was celebrated was Empire Day. It was called Empire Day annually, and it was celebrated throughout the empire, including the Gambia. With the advent of independence in 1965, and as a sovereign state, we were no longer part of the empire, so what we celebrated and still continue to celebrate is Independence Day. It was a day which was marked with a lot of celebration from 1965, I believe, up to the 1990s, with a lot of pomp and ceremony, march past of the armed forces, march past of large groups of school children, of athletes, etc. across the country. There was a central event in Banjul, and then there were other events in the divisional capitals or the regional capitals of country as well. It was essentially focused on the youth.
The 73-year-old describes Independence Day as truly remarkable, as it symbolized our evolution, emancipation, and liberation, despite widespread skepticism about whether the Gambia could thrive as a nation due to its small size and limited resources.
But we have proved the skeptics wrong. The country has survived, not only survived, but done well, both economically, politically, and in terms of governance. So we have proved them wrong. And it's a credit to the previous administrations and to the people of this country that we've managed to do that. And as we look forward to the future, of course, I think what I just want to emphasize is that we should continue to respect our commitment to good governance based on respect for the rule of law, for human rights, for justice, and for democracy. That is the best foundation for us on which to build our peace and our progress.
Chief Justice Jallo's tenure has been marked by efforts to strengthen the rule of law and ensure justice for all Gambians. Having seen the Gambia's legal system evolve, his leadership has been pivotal in modernizing judicial processes, enhancing transparency, and ensuring that the law serves as a bedrock of democracy and justice. Under his leadership, the judiciary has worked to restore public confidence in the legal system, particularly after the political turbulence the country faced in recent decades. Here is Hassan B. Jallo again.
One thing that has remained constant, mostly since independence to now, is the independence of the judiciary. That has remained constant. The commitment of the judges and the magistrates and the legal profession to ensure that justice is done fairly and expeditiously. There are challenges, of course, occasionally.
The 60th independence anniversary is not just a reflection of the Gambia's political independence, but also a celebration of its progress as a nation, legal, social, and economic. With leaders like Hassan B. Jallo, the Gambia continues to move forward, maintaining the ideals of justice, unity, and national pride that have defined its past colonial identity. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
Dr. Ahmadulamin Samate, the Gambia's Minister of Health, has released a statement in observance of World Cancer Day, which is commemorated annually on February 4th. The day aims to raise awareness about the impact of cancer, promotes its prevention, detection, and treatment, and advocate for health equity. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
The Minister of Health's statement emphasizes the government's continuous effort to fight cancer and increase awareness about the disease. World Cancer Day serves as a reminder of the ongoing battle against cancer, one of the leading causes of death worldwide. It underscores the need to reduce global cancer burden through education, advocacy, and accessible health care. Dr. Ahmadulamin Samate emphasizes the significance of the day.
Cancer remains one of the major public health problems affecting the world. It is a leading cause of death worldwide, with low and middle income countries shouldering most of the cancer burden. In Africa, it constitutes a significant share of the growing burden of non-communicable diseases. In the year 2020, approximately 1.1 million new cancer cases occurred on the continent, with around 700,000 deaths. If urgent measures are not taken, cancer mortality in the region is projected to reach about 1 million deaths per year by 2030.
Dr. Samate highlighted the increasing number of cancer cases in the Gambia and outlined the government's effort through the National Cancer Control Program to combat the disease and raise awareness about its causes.
In the Gambia, the burden of cancer continues to rise with a high mortality rate due to late presentation. By GlobalCan estimates, there were approximately 1,196 new cancer cases in the Gambia and 899 cancer deaths in the year 2022. It is further estimated that by 2030, without strong measures, cancer incidence and mortality will increase by more than 40%.
Minister Samate called for ongoing collaboration between Cancer for Coast civil society organization in the Gambia and abroad, urging them to work with the government to strengthen cancer care services in the country. He reaffirms the government's commitment to investing in cancer awareness campaigns, improving diagnosis, and ensuring accessible treatment options to enhance the quality of life for patients.
To all cancer CSOs, patient support groups, associations, institutions that are involved in cancer activities to liaise with the NCCP, that's the National Cancer Control Program, for any activity they would want to embark on.
The Minister of Health encourages the public to take proactive measures in reducing cancer risk factors such as maintaining a healthier lifestyle, undergoing regular screening, and avoiding tobacco use and excess alcohol consumption. Cancer is a disease characterized by the uncontrollable growth and spread of abnormal cells in the body. It can develop in nearly any part of the body and may form a lump or mass known as tumor. There are over 100 different types of cancer, with common ones including breast cancer, lung cancer, and prostate cancer. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
From that story by Yafatu Gay, we'll go for a commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local and sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
Supersonics Islamic Insurance, the Gambia's first digital insurance provider, brings innovation, convenience, and Sharia compliance to your doorstep. We offer a wide range of general insurance services, ensuring peace of mind and protection for what matters most, whether at home, on the go, or in business. Experience the difference with Supersonics Islamic Insurance Company Limited. Contact us today, +220-5132-319, 5132-318, or 5132-315. Email us info@supersonicsinsurance.com or on our website www.supersonicsinsurance.com, or visit us at Bega Plaza 56 Liberation Avenue, Banjul.
Being the Gambia's trusted network, QCell continues to provide the fastest and most reliable internet service in the Gambia. With 4G plus internet speed, you are guaranteed fast and reliable internet anytime, anywhere with QCell. Get a QCell SIM card now at any of our customer care centers and enjoy the fastest 4G internet in the Gambia. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyubus, we innovate, others follow.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. And now here is a roundup of some of the cases from the courts. 3 major court cases have dominated the headlines this week, ranging from drug-related corruption to corporate fraud and the request for a psychiatric report on a murder suspect. The stories are all compiled from reports submitted by Nicholas Bass of The Voice newspaper and narrated by Usman Jatta.
A high-profile drug case has rocked the Kanifing Magistrate Court, where 3 judiciary officials stand accused of tampering with crucial evidence. Magistrate Ibrahima Janko Koli, Principal Registrar Ridwan Othman, and Court Clerk Mariama Janke Tamba are facing charges related to the disappearance of 52 blocks of cocaine. The drugs originally seized in a trafficking case were allegedly swapped with fake substances after a suspect paid a hefty fine. Investigators from the Drug Law Enforcement Agency say the substitution raised red flags when a request was made to retrieve the evidence for destruction. The trial continues on February 3rd. In our second case, a former company manager is facing a heavy penalty in a long-running salary theft case. Ex-Titech company manager Osman Mane has been ordered to pay over $40,000 in stolen wages or face 4 years behind bars. Mane, who managed the Taiwan-based company's Gambia operations, allegedly withheld salaries from employees between 2017 to 2019. Despite denying the charges, the High Court upheld his conviction, ruling that he must compensate 4 affected workers with $10,000 each plus interest. A further court order bans the company from using his bank account for salary payments, citing financial mismanagement. In a final ruling, the High Court rejected Usman Mane's appeal against his conviction, affirming that his mismanagement led to the severe hardship for employees. With all legal options exhausted, Mane must now pay or serve his sentence. In our third and final case, a High Court judge has ordered a psychiatric evaluation for a woman accused of killing her mother in Tujering. Justice Omar Cham has ordered Tanka Psychiatric Hospital to assess and produce a medical report on Yafatu Sawane, who is suspected of being mentally ill and allegedly killed her mother, Binta Bojang, with a pistol. The trial had been stalled due to concerns over her mental state. On Thursday, her lawyer requested the report, arguing it could support a bail application, allowing her to stay with family. The judge, after observing the accused's condition, granted the request without delay. The case is expected to progress once the medical report is submitted. We will bring you more updates as the case develops. That wraps up our legal roundup for tonight. Stay tuned for more updates as these cases unfold.
Now, in a bid to create more awareness of the importance of data in ensuring effective public service delivery, the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, in partnership with the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, on Tuesday commenced 2 days training and consultation on a national data governance framework in the Gambia. More in this report by Ansumana Isonyasi.
Despite making significant improvement in data management over the years, the Gambia still faces challenges, notably in the global digital rankings. In the UN E-Government Development Index, as the country recorded a notable improvement from 182nd place in 2020 to 174th in 2024, out of 193 countries. Though commendable, there is potential for further improvement, especially by leveraging on the opportunities presented by ongoing reforms, particularly in digital development. Carl Frederick Paul, the UN Resident Coordinator, and Junho Lee, an associate expert at the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, say efficient and reliable data is an indispensable resource that provides guidance for the successful implementation of development projects.
Digitalization has become an essential resource for government around the world, as crucial as physical infrastructure or human resources. In today's landscape, the effective delivery of public services relies heavily on the efficient use of data and digital services, which enable governments to respond swiftly and accurately to the needs of their citizens and of their constituency.
Guided by its e-government strategy 2020 to 2024, the Gambia has also developed a government cloud strategy to improve service delivery and better meet the needs of its citizens. The dedication and hard work required to lead the country in this direction of digital development is truly admirable, and a testament to the leadership and governance in place.
Aware of data governance impact on public service delivery, Gambia's Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Lyman Jabi, underscores the vital role of high data quality in fostering evidence-based decision-making, especially for major development projects, adding that the training presents an opportunity for the development of an effective national data governance structure.
We are expecting that you would be addressing the specific issues that a government would need, the specific issues that governance process would need, and the specific issues that our economy would need. These three areas, if you concentrate on them, it will really help us with what others call the platformization strategy. And that strategy, please, let us make sure that it is locally based, it is responsive to the local needs of our country.
The development of national data governance framework couldn't be timelier, considering the advent of AI and other e-digital tools. Despite its challenges, the Gambia has significant potential in digital transformation, and an effective and well-functioning data governance framework will ensure that government policies are aligned with its development aspirations. Ansumana Isonyasi for KTV News.
From that story now to sports news. Two young players from Logic Sports Academy, accompanied by their parents, will be traveling to Jordan to join the new English School and Football Academy after signing their contracts on Sunday in the Gambia. More details in this story. Two young footballers, Alaji Sise and Alaji Seka, from Logic Sports Academy in the Gambia, will be heading to Jordan after their parents signed contracts on their behalf to join the new English School and Football Academy. As part of the agreement, they will play football at the academy while continuing their education at the school. Minian Job is the chairman of Logic Sports Academy.
When they get there, they will be playing for the junior team. They will be going to school during term time, but also because they are juniors, they're going to be escorted by their parents and guardians. The parents or the guardian will be given a place to stay when they get to Jordan. They will be supported by the new English school. The new English school promised to give them a job. It is for that reason why we asked them each to give us their profession so that it will be easy for the new English school to try and place them and get them employment during their stay in Jordan.
Vincent C. Academy's coach told us about these players and their character.
I've
been with these two players since they were much younger. They are very disciplined and always pay attention to the instructions I give them. I can only wish them the best. I have no doubt they will carry these positive traits in their new environment. Margaret Cham, the mother of one of the players, expressed her gratitude to Logic Sports Academy.
My sincere thanks go to Logic Sports Academy for this incredible opportunity they have given our children. They could have chosen others, but they decided our kids are part of this project. Perhaps they have special talents, which is why they were selected. I am truly happy.
The new English School Academy, NES, is a bilingual school located in Amman, the Jordanian capital, teaching A-levels and international GCSE. The signing ceremony was attended by friends, well-wishers, and former coach and player by Malewada. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News. Well, that's it for QTV News at this moment, but join us again at 10 for another bulletin.